Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Chandran here, and today's video is a beginner's guide to plyometrics. Of late, I've been posting a lot of sport-specific plyometric training for athletes, but I get a few concerns where people are like, well, are these kind of workouts only for athletes, or if you play sports, can we do them as well if you are not athletes? Well, I'm here to tell you, absolutely. Plyometrics is not limited to only if you are an athlete or play sports, because it can be hugely beneficial even in your day-to-day life. Look, we all know that as we age, our muscle mass, our bone density and our strength reduce, but at the same time, other attributes like power, speed, agility and our ability to move freely also reduces, which decreases our functionality, our overall performance and also paves way to injuries. So it is very important that we train our body in such a way that we can manage all of these things, and plyometrics is a great way to do it because it helps you build strength, it helps you build power, it helps you improve your balance and improve your performance overall, as well as help you prevent injuries. But I understand that there is a huge misconception because people think that plyometrics is only for athletes, only for sports people. And I don't blame you. Yes, plyometrics looks very challenging, it is tough, it is extremely hard and it can be very intense as well. But that does not mean that it's only for athletes, because you can incorporate it into your regular training routine just to help you build functionality in your day-to-day life. The only thing is that plyometrics, or the goal of plyometrics, may look different for different people. For example, for an athlete like me, it might mean I want to increase my explosive power, so I practice jumps like this. But for someone else, it might just mean rushing up and down the stairs in case of an emergency. For an athlete, it might mean powerlifting, but for someone else, it might just be lifting a heavy object at home. So training plyometrics is not sports related, but it is goal related. And just like every other strength exercise or even like cardio exercise, you can have modifications for plyometrics exercises too. And that is why today in this video, I'm going to give you a beginner's guide to plyometrics, which means these exercises are going to be basic, these exercises are going to be simple, and if you are someone who is starting out and you want to try out plyometrics, this is a great place to start, because none of these exercises are too advanced, don't involve a lot of jumping, and you can do them easily at home or even outside, anywhere literally. So do stay tuned till the end of this video, see the exercises, try them out, maybe incorporate 3 or 4 of them in your routine and see how it works for you. And of course, before we get started, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button and hit that little bell at the bottom to subscribe to my channel to get notified of new videos, and I really appreciate it because it helps me out. For now, let's get into the exercises and I hope you have fun on this one. Now this routine is a full body plyometrics routine. You can incorporate it about 1 to 2 times a week or pick up some exercises and use them in your daily routine as well. We will be focusing on improving strength, improving power and just improving functionality in our body, so that your body and your muscles can get used to the high impact of plyometrics, and then you can progress from there. So let's get on with the exercises. You will need a chair, a bench or a plyometric box like I am using, mainly just because we want to get seated on it and stand up from there. Try not to keep it too low. Hip level just enough for you to sit on is good enough. So for the first one, we're going to start seated on the box, on your chair, on your bench, whatever you're using. Feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to go into explosive squat stand-ups. So you don't need to jump, but what we are going to do is come up on our toes. So I want you to keep your core tight, back is straight, shoulders are back. Try not to round like this. Back straight, shoulders are back, hands in front of your chest. Alright, we're going to be using our glutes to lift ourselves up. So I'm going to show it to you in slow motion. We're going to lift ourselves up, come up onto our toes and then sit back down. So we're drawing power from our legs, a little bit of balance on our toes there, and then we come back down. Alright, in 3, in 2, I'm going to show you the faster version or the normal version, and let's go. So you see that explosive movement? Exhale, explosive movement. So you're drawing power from those glutes, balancing on your calves, a little bit of ankle mobility, and we're working on that explosiveness. Alright, so I want you to do this 10 times for 3 sets. So the next one is box step-ups. If you do follow me on Instagram and you've seen my videos, then a lot of my basketball training videos will involve box jumps. But this is challenging and it is an advanced move. So I'm going to give you a modification where we're going to be doing box step-ups. Now if this box is too high for you, you can use a smaller stool to begin with and slowly work your way up from there. Alright, so we're going to stand in front of our box, a stool, bench, anything that you're using. You don't want to stand too close, just enough so that you have the space to keep the foot on the box. My phone's going to fall off. Keep the foot on the box, alright? So I want you to keep your core tight, shoulders are back, back is straight. Option to keep your hands in front of your chest or on your hips, whatever works for you. From there, we're going to take our right leg, keeping that core tight. Right leg goes up. Try not to stand on the edge, you don't want to fall over. Right leg goes up. From there, you're going to push. So from here, you're going to use that glute and push yourself up. So push up, stand up on that box. I know I'm getting out of the frame, guys. And then you're going to use your right leg, step back down. Then you use your left leg, step up on the box, all the way up, use your left leg and step down. Now I don't want you bending forward when you do this, your core is tight, your back is going to be straight. So you're going to step up and up, alright? So again you do 10 reps, 5 on each leg alternating, take a break and then repeat it 3 times. So 3 sets. Okay, for the next one, guys, we're going to be focusing on upper body and we're going to get into some push-ups, but dynamic explosive push-ups. Now, I know push-ups are hard for some people to do it on the ground, so we're going to start in an inclined position, but we are going to add some explosiveness to it. So all I want you to do is watch and then I will explain the form after that. Alright, so you're going to start in an inclined position, alright. One major thing to note, always corkscrew your elbows. So you corkscrew your elbows such that the pit of your elbow is facing forward. I've explained this in other videos as well. The pit of your elbow is facing forward so that your elbows are staying inside and not flaring out. Alright? So hands shoulder width or a little bit more than shoulder width apart, keeping that core tight. You push your body forward on your toes. So normally we would do an inclined push-up like this, but we want to add a little bit of explosiveness. So from here you're going to push and down. So we're working on a little bit of that power. This is the beginner version, and then slowly we're going to decrease the height and then work our way towards doing the same thing on the ground. Now, form check for you. Try not to stand too close to the box. You obviously will not be able to do a push-up like this. So step back, not in this manner, but step back such that your wrists are a little bit diagonal to your shoulders. From there, like I said, corkscrew those elbows. So you don't want to fall down into your shoulders like this. Corkscrew those elbows such that the pit of the elbows are facing forward. Hands a little bit more than shoulder width apart if you need it. And then you're making sure that your elbows stay in, core is staying tight. So you don't want to arch your back, you don't want to round it. Neutral spine, core is tight. You're going to push down. So push your chest towards the box and then you push back up. Alright? Chest towards the box and push back up. And then when you can, add a little bit of push to it and start from there. Guys, start with about 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets and you should be good. Slowly work your way up. It's okay even if you're able to do 5 reps. Take enough rest in between the sets and then do them. Alright? Now for the next one, we've got pogo hops. Pogo hops, essentially what we're going to be working on is the ankle and the calves mainly. So a lot of elastic energy, that means there's a lot of tension there, a lot of energy that's stored, and we're going to use that to propel ourselves upwards. Now I don't want to worry about how high you jump, alright, but it's more about you getting the hang of drawing that power from your feet and your calves to jump up. Alright, so it's a little different. It's not just normal hopping here that we all do, right? It's not that. But I want you to listen. Listen, I know there's also constructions going around outside, so I'm trying to block that noise as much as possible. But also listen to my feet, alright? So this is what happens when you're jumping normally. What I want you to do is this. So listen, alright? So you see there's a difference in power as to how much you're drawing from there, and you're only on your toes. I don't want flat feet, you're only on your toes and you're pushing yourself up with that power, alright? So I'm going to show it to you sideways as well. So you're here, hands by your side or in front of your chest, whatever works for you. drawing that power from the ankle and the calves. 30 seconds, actually I would say even 20 seconds is fine. 3 sets to begin with. Get the hang of it, get the form right, and you'll be fine. Remember, this is more for your ankle and your calves, so you're using the energy that's stored here to push yourself up. Slowly you can work your way up towards working on how high you jump. Don't want you to be worried about it right now. Okay, next up, we've got a basic exercise. We've got high knees, which is going to be focusing a little bit more on just building that endurance, that stamina, a little bit of explosive movement, and for you to just kind of like get in a cardio exercise, alright? So high knees, you know, if you've done it before, if you've done my workouts before, or if you've generally worked out before, you know what they are. I want you to make sure that your knees are coming up all the way up to the hip. We're not doing high knees here, we're doing high knees all the way up here. I'm going to show you 2 variations, one for someone who's just starting out in fitness and for someone who's starting out with plyometrics. So if you're just starting out with fitness, this is your modification for high knees. Hands up here, shoulder level, alright? We're going to march that knee all the way up to the hip, down, and then the other leg and down. So in all this time, I want you to make sure you're not arching your back. You're going to tuck that core in, not round back, just tuck that core when pelvis is down. You're here, exhale, exhale. So you're using that core to crunch as well. This is the beginner version, the most basic version. For those of you who are starting out with plyometrics and have been working out for a while, this is your version, alright? So you also want not too much of the running motion, but keeping your hands up here, not up here, alright? So we're here, knee comes up till the hip, and you're gonna high knee it out, high knee it out, okay? So every single time the knee comes up to the hip, 30 seconds, 3 sets, alright? No excuses. Okay, second to last exercise, guys, and we're going to be focusing a little bit on our abs and our core, because who doesn't want that, right? But you're not going to be exactly feeling like a burn, or it's not going to be too difficult on your core or on your abs, but this is a more functional exercise which will help you get up from the ground. It will help you build enough power that if you're sitting on the ground, you have the core strength to get up, because trust me, you use a lot of your core when you're getting up from the ground. So we're going to be doing a roll-ups, alright? So very simple. We're going to be using power, a little bit of speed to propel ourselves up into a seated position from the floor, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate. So you're going to roll up from here, push back, roll up, push back, roll up. A little bit of a reverse crunch, you can lift that hip up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. This is the most beginner version, but I want you to make sure that you're keeping your core tight, because even then it will work, you will feel it slightly. So I'm going to show it to you once more. Roll back, a little bit of reverse crunch, up. A little bit of reverse crunch, up. So then you're reverse crunching, your hip is off the mat and up. Not too hard, guys, fairly simple. When you're coming up, make sure you're sitting straight, hands go next to your ears. Now I want you to try this out, 30 seconds for 3 sets, and I will also show you why we are doing this exercise, because I want you to progress to being able to stand up. So let's say you progress from here to rolling back, standing up a little bit, rolling back, standing up a little bit, alright, trying to push yourself up, because eventually you want to be able to stand up all the way. I can stand up all the way, but my head will get cut off from the frame, but I will show you anyways. So you roll back, standing up, alright, so you're going to stand up fully. That's what I want you to work towards, standing up without support. But again, like I said, 30 seconds, 3 sets, try and lift your hip up as much as possible, make sure you're flattening your back, engaging your core and really keeping that core tight. Alright guys, we're finally on the last exercise. For the last exercise, we're going to be doing modified power skaters, alright. So these are a few things I want you to focus on. Number 1, we're going to sit low, activate those glutes, okay. So you're going to hip hinge backwards, sit low, bending those knees. Now try not to arch your back or round it in, neutral spine position. Don't want the knees going forward, we're going to sit back into those knees. So things we're going to be focusing on in this exercise: glute strength, single leg stability, ankle mobility, as well as internal rotation of the knee and the hip. And I will explain one by one how it happens. So you're sitting low, hands here. You're gonna step, alright? Step with that right leg. Sit low, so you're balancing. There's single leg stability, single leg balance. Your ankle is working because you're on that single leg. Now when I move again this side, so you see this rotation, sorry guys for the noise, but you see this rotation, this internal rotation of the knee, the internal rotation of the hip before you step off into that balance again. So we're gonna sit low, it's not this, it's not this, we're gonna sit low, activate those glutes, keeping those glutes active all the time. And we're going to make it a little faster, making sure that we're hitting that power because we're wearing that tempo. Alright guys, so remember, single leg, glute activation, internal rotation of the hip and the knee. 30 seconds for 3 sets and you're done with the routine. Be proud of yourself. Whew, I'm sweating and I haven't even done like the full workout. But that's it for today's video guys, your beginner's guide to plyometrics. And I hope that you enjoyed, understood why this is important for you because guys, it can really help you build strength, your power, improve functionality, improve your performance overall, help you move freely in day-to-day life and help you prevent injuries as well. Because at the end of the day, you want the freedom to be able to move in whichever manner you want without any discomfort, right? And again, remember that plyometrics is not only for athletes, you can modify it just like how I showed you. Incorporate 2 or 3 of these exercises or do this entire routine as a part of your workout structure, whatever you're doing, at least once a week to see the difference. And I assure you, I guarantee that your performance will skyrocket. Like I was so scared to do plyometrics in between because of my injury, but then I started it and I feel so much stronger. My muscles and my joints feel so much stronger. Of course, this is not the only workout you should do. And remember, if you are doing plyometrics, take enough rest because the impact on your joints is higher than let's say a yoga or a Pilates workout or just normal running. The impact of this workout is high because you are focusing on power and there's like a lot of stress, a lot of pressure on your muscles and your joints to perform these movements. So take enough rest, recover well in between, even in between the sets. I'm going to put all the recovery times in the description box below, the entire routine, the reps, the recovery times, how many sets and all of that. So do check it out and I will also link my other videos if you want more advanced plyometric versions for basketball or for sports in general, then I'm linking all those videos below as well. Do check them out and let me know in the comments below if you like this video, what other videos you would like to see because I would love to help you out. And of course, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit that little bell at the bottom to subscribe to my channel because again, a lot more videos coming your way. I'm also conducting live workout sessions on my channel so you can check them out. Some of those lives are already up. It's a structured workout guide for you for 6 weeks for you to just get started on your fitness journey, whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced. You can do all of these workouts at home, minimal equipment, and it will really help you out. But thank you so much for joining me on this video. Truly appreciate it. Love you guys and I will see you next time. Bye.